This might sound counterintuitive, my friends, but the greatest men, the geniuses of history, were lazy. And the arc of genius in my mind kind of goes like when you were 8 years old, right? What did you want to do all day? You wanted to catch frogs in the creek. You wanted to lounge. You wanted to play with your friends. Like life was leisure, right? And you hated work. You hated doing homework, going to school, those types of things. And then as you grow up and you go through high school and you go through college and like you have to get a job and become an adult and take on all these responsibilities, all of a sudden you start to really value hard work. And in fact, anything that you once used to love, if it doesn't feel productive, it's kind of like, what's even the point, right? It's like for me lately, taking a walk or just lounging by a creek, there's a part in my mind that's like, what are you even doing? How is this helping you towards the end goal? And it's the arc of genius is catching those thoughts and returning back to leisure, learning to value life again, where it's not just about a means to an end, but valuing life in the way that the ducks playing in the pond value life. Just the chance to be with the sunrise, to lounge in the sun, to play with each other, to have a good meal. Like the true leisure of life is actually where genius and real insight, real intuition comes from. Now, I know for most of us in the modern world, we live in a very bourgeois, merchant caste world where we have these values of just work harder, grind more, and then you'll be successful. But honestly, I think that your maximum power, your maximum well-being, and your maximum originality and success is going to come from the correct balance between leisure and work, and turning your work into leisure, really. We can look at some of the greatest geniuses of history, some of the greatest men in history, someone like Carl Jung, Nietzsche, Darwin, Goethe. These men, most of them, they would wake up, they would work for a few hours in a disciplined way, and then they would go hike. Carl Jung would lounge by the lake, right? Like Darwin would go talk with friends and stuff. A lot of these guys didn't work past noon. And then they would go, and Nietzsche said like all of his greatest ideas came to him while he was hiking in the mountains, in the fresh air and blood pumping through his veins. And this is something that like average to great men don't understand. A lot of academics, for instance, they think, oh, I need to like read more and acquire more information and write more and force things. And a lot of scientists are in this frame of mind as well. A lot of entrepreneurs are in this frame of mind as well. But the problem is you're overloading your conscious mind and not allowing the deep subconscious to engage, nor are you engaging with life in a meaningful, productive, and nourishing way. So what this video is about is reclaiming leisure as the end in and of itself, as the good of life. This is more of the aristocratic or ancient relationship to life. And it was about, for instance, in ancient Athens, in ancient Greece, the aristocrats, they never wanted to appear disheveled, like they were working too hard. They loved to lounge in symposium, train for war, debate in the agora, Like the aristocratic way was one that prioritized a testosterone-centric life, a physiology that is open, that is relaxed, that is full of energy. What does that look like, right? It looks like the lion lounging in the sun. It looks like the aristocrat lounging, having great conversations, pursuing intellectual, curiosities, but not out of a sense of like, oh, I need to like learn more so I can be a great philosopher. It was out of the sense of, what does childlike curiosity and childlike play and childlike leisure look like as an adult, right? So this is more of the aristocratic way of thinking and feeling, but also this allows an experience of life and a natural curiosity that leads you to where you need to be. For instance, in business for me, the train going by. In business for me, I've watched a lot of Alex Hormozi, right? I love Hormozi. He's all about like 12-hour work days, work harder, grind more. You're like, we live in this, the problem with capitalism in general is that it prioritizes a basically like a busy bee Adderall kind of state, as just doing more rather than doing great. And doing more, it cuts you off from your deepest genius and your deepest well-being in life. And if your model of success is someone who just like works hard all day, your model of success is wrong. Like, true success in my eyes is maximum well-being and creating a relationship with life that feels good and is powerful. And I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I actually think those go together. And we can look at physiology to understand this. Like, what's the most relaxed and powerful state in the body? It's a testosterone-centric body that prioritizes sun, training, leisure, but then also periods of hard work. When you have all of those, you're gonna come into your most original insight, your most original ideas. And that is why someone like Nietzsche said that he wrote more in one paragraph than most, academics write in their entire lives. Because most of these academics, all they know is idea world. All they know is the grind and hard work. All these entrepreneurs, all they know is how to work harder, not work with more power. But what I've seen in my life is that like one good insight can change the world on YouTube or change my entire business structure. And like, it's not about doing more, it's about doing less in a more powerful way. It's about moving with power rather than force. But we live in a society that only prioritizes working harder. I remember growing up, and like, if I was gonna like take a nap in high school, my mom would come in and be like, "What are you doing?" I love my family to death, and they have really strong values, but one of their values, their deepest value, is hard work. And if you're not working hard, it's kind of like looked down upon in our society. Like in the middle of the workday, I've been taking a nap and coming out to lounge by the creek and take a walk. And my friends, I feel so much better. Instead of trying to force another content creation process or whatever, it's like I wake up, I do my work for 3 hours, and then I'm more at leisure. I do correspondences, I do some email, I learn. And the greatest change has been coming from me and changing how I do my creative process. For a lot of my videos on my main channel, for instance, I've been writing these ideas while walking. I'll take a long walk. I'll be like, kind of think through my ideas, and then I'll chat with them on ChatGPT and just have a conversation with AI while I'm walking. It feels like I'm talking to a friend. And then it summarizes everything I was talking about, and it gives me an outline for my next video. And I'm like, damn, if we can use AI to create more leisure again. Here's the thing. Here's the really important point in this video. Is with the advent of AI, if you're a high agency man, it's not so much about doing busy work anymore. Busy work can get taken care of by AI agents, by hiring gig workers, by hiring freelancers. Like, how can you delegate all the busy work so that you can be more in the creative process, in the original idea process, in the value creation process? That is actually what is going to be is what's going to lead to more success. So with that, it's like, I really do believe in honing in on your craft for 3 or 4 hours a day, right? Developing your writing skills, developing your business, like honing in on your craft. But then how can you prioritize leisure so that the good ideas, the real insights, the real value can come through you? And good leisure probably includes 2 or 3 things to me. One is like reading. Turn off your phone, turn off the distractions and get a good book. I like to do audiobooks while I walk. So reading, lounging and meditating, the power of daydreaming after you learn for an hour, right? Just sit by the water for 30 minutes. The power of it is so important. And the third thing is just have good conversations with friends, with other people in your niche. That's one reason I am building the Men's Academy. There's a link below if you want to talk to me about it. We have daily calls with awesome, highly aligned brothers on business, on philosophy, on all of this like spirituality and self-improvement. So we're like sourcing, masterminding crowd wisdom that I'm marinating in all the time. I'm filling my mind with good books and good ideas, valuing leisure, and having a new way of coming at that creative process that leverages things that take care of the busy work. Here's the thing, is if you get really good at what they teach you in school and what they teach you at jobs, and that is like to work hard and do busy work, you will be replaced by AI. But if you get good at the other things, being authentic, having original ideas, like creating interesting connections and learning how to give real value from your heart. If you get good at those things, AI will never replace you. Link below if you want to talk to me one-on-one and join us. Other videos like this, probably right here. Peace.